Assalamu alaikum. Now I will continue by solving question number 55, page 143. Solution. First of all, develop a scatter diagram. Notice here you have 5 observations from X and 5 observations from Y. I said before, you must have the same number of data, not the same data, same number of data, 5. Develop a scatter diagram with X on the horizontal. Here, طبعا you can have a ruler. You will have here X and here Y. X from it's 4 up to 16. Then you will have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 till 16. Here 0, XY plane. You will have from 30 till 60, but you cannot begin by 30. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. The first coordinate 4 with 50. And the second 6 with 50. I will erase these dots. Then here the second point 11 with 40. 11 with 40. The fourth one 3 with 60. Three with 60 and 16 with 30. I will erase the dots. Here, return back to the graph. You will notice that you have at least 3 points on the same line. You don't need to graph the line, but by your eyes you have 3 points on the same line. But what is the shape? There is a negative, since the slope is negative. Then there is a negative linear relationship between X and Y. There is, and we notice also as X increases, Y decreases. X increases, Y decreases. Here, we draw it. This is A. What does the scatter diagram developed in part A indicate about the relationship between the two variables? There is a negative linear relationship between X and Y. Here B. Then compute and interpret the sample covariance, and part D, compute and interpret the sample correlation coefficient. We will make one table in order to calculate n xi 1 2 3 4 5 total yi xi squared yi squared. After that we have the last column xi yi. Here clean the table. Here we will have now the data 4 6 11 4 4 6 11. The other data 3 16 3 16. The column of y 50 50 40 50 50 40. The other will be 60 30 60 30. Here make addition 10 10, and in order to make calculation 4 plus 6 plus 11 plus 19, we will have 40 total. The second column 100 100 230. Here x square 4 square 16 36 11 square, you will have 121 9 16 square 256. Here 2500 2500 1600 3600 900. Here you will have 16 plus 36 plus 121 plus 9 plus 256 equal 438. The second column 2500 multiplied by 2, 5000 plus 1600 plus 3600 plus 900. You will have 11,100. Now multiply x by y 200, here 300, here 440, 180, and here 18 480. Here the addition 200 plus 300 plus 440 plus 180 plus 480. It will be 1600. Now we finish calculation. Finish the table. C. Compute and interpret sample covariance. Sample covariance, which is SXY equals summation I from 1 up to 5 XI YI minus N X bar Y bar over N minus 1. X bar summation Xi from 1 up to 5 Xi over N, which is 40 over 5, which is 8. Y bar means summation from 1 up to 5 yi over n equal to the 230 over 5, which is 460, which is 46. Now sxy equal summation I from 1 up to 5 xi yi minus n x bar y bar divided by n minus 1 equal, written in the last column, you have 1600 minus 5 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 46 over 5 minus 1. You will have negative 60. It is normal since it is not a variance or standard deviation. Negative 60, which means that we have very strong negative linear relationship between x and y. Negative, you have here negative sign. Negative sign. Number, which number now? D. Compute sample correlation coefficient. D. Sample correlation coefficient R xy equal Sxy divided by Sx Sy. First of all, you must calculate sample variance, then find the sample standard deviation. Sx square summation I from 1 up to 5 xi square minus n x bar square over n minus 1, which is summation xi square 438. Be attention here, it cannot be negative. Minus 5 multiplied by x bar, how much? 8 square. Square divided by 4. It will be 438 minus 5 multiplied by 8 square. It will be divided by 4. It will be 29.5. 29.5. Find the square root. Sx equal 5.43139. I will write it by, I put a red box on it. Here, calculate s square y, which is summation I from 1 up to 5 yi square minus ny bar square over n minus 1. it will be here summation yi square 11,100 minus 5 multiplied by 46 square 46 square over 4. By calculation 1,100 minus 5 multiplied by 46 square, it will be 520 divided by 4, you will have 130, but we need the sample standard deviation square rooted. It will be 11.4175. I will make it by a red color. Also, we have here the sample covariance. I put it in red color. Here, then Rxy equal Sxy divided by Sx over Sy. You will have negative 60 divided by 5.43139. I like always to write 4 decimal in order to have more accuracy. يكون عندي الرقم دقيق أكتر. Then by calculation 60 or negative 60 divided by 5.43139 multiplied by 11.4175. Here you have negative 9.9689 or approximately negative 0.97, which means by the comments that I give you previously, this means that we have a very strong negative linear relationship between X and Y. Notice here, I have the same comment also. Here, very strong negative linear relationship between X and Y. But under the graph, in the graph, I have negative. You cannot say very strong or not. You don't know it. But in the conclusion, you must have the three comments will be the same at the end. This is the question that I solved it with you. It summarized section 3.5 in 3 questions, how to graph, and after graphing what is the comment, you will take the total shape. It is decreasing, but not important that all the data will be falling, since there is a dispersion. There is a dispersion between the data, but most of the data is falling on a straight line. It is decreased. In calculating sample covariance, you must have to comment on your answer. Be attention that any mistake in the table will give you the last answer will have a mistake. Then be attention in your calculation. Be attention for your comment. Also be attention for the sample correlation coefficient. Here it must be between -1 and 1. This is the last comment I will say it about this. It must be between -1 and 1. If it is greater than 1 or less than -1, your solution is wrong. For sample correlation, sample covariance, it is never mind between -infinity and infinity. But sample correlation coefficient must be between -1 and 1. Thank you very much and see you inshallah next video. Thank you for your listening.